Now the results, Ghana would have wanted to start the competition with Ghana took on DRC last night in a game in which the Ghana Black Satellites shared the spoils with Congo. Congo took the lead early on before Ghana recovered and unfortunately could not counter all the chances that we had. We get some reactions today. We're going to talk about Coach DESMOND, what he had to say in the post-match press. I will also review the game and give our 2 cents heading into the second game, what it looks like on the table, and everything in between. As usual, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Click on that notification bell to get more updates. Before we jump into the conversation of the Ghana under-20 side, reactions from the coach DESMOND, Coach Otuado has been making some rounds. Yes, he visited injured Ernest Nuama yesterday. Well, it could have been a day's earlier, but Ernest Nuama was the player Coach Otuado paid a visit to. You know what happened to Ernest Nuama? His season is basically over. He will be absent of the competition in the Unity Cup that will be played later this month, a game in which the FA will use to assess the team, Coach Otuado, ahead of the qualifiers later this year. Ernest Nuama's visit helped to encourage him and to make him know that you are not in this alone. Otuado visited the players he has been doing and making rounds ahead of the World Cup qualifier. We are going into the penultimate and the final week and match days of the World Cup qualifier. So we need to assess our options, our players. Abdul Fattah Wishahaku recently made a return to training. It's not 100% there yet, but it looks like he's ahead of schedule. Unfortunately for him, his side have already been relegated and he had very little to do with that. It'll be quite painful for him. But Ernest Nuama's visit by Otuado gives him some encouragement. We wish him a speedy recovery and we hope that he comes back faster, better and stronger than before. The Ghana under-20 side took center stage yesterday. They officially opened their games in the AFCON under-20. Remember, the AFCON under-20 serving as qualifiers for the World Cup. And there was a mixed bag of feelings in this game here. For one part, Ghana should have won the game. If you watch the game as I did, the 90 minutes, you would have seen that we were profligate in front of goal. Yes, we had very little team cohesion, and ahead of this game, I was speaking very much about it. I wanted to see them play together for the very first time before I passed judgment, and there's a lot of work to be done. Speaking about the fact that these players, there were some issues with call-ups, players coming in late and all that. I'll give them a bit of a pass on the first game, but in the second game, there is no room for any errors. We are playing Senegal next, and even though they drew their game, they would also be on a mission to make sure that they don't drop any more points. They had to win. Central African Republic, in many people's eyes, should have been an easy game for them. But as we've already seen in this competition, there are no such games. The head coach DESMOND shared his post-match remarks in a press conference following the 1-1 draw versus DRC in Ghana's Total Energies AFCON 20 under-20 opener in Egypt. Coach OFFEI acknowledged the strong challenge mounted by a very aggressive and tough DR Congo side in a hard-fought 1-1 draw. He expressed some disappointment at Ghana's missed chances, stating we should have finished our chances and emphasized the need to be more clinical in front of goal in future matches. Despite the result, OFFEI remained positive, as he always is and should be, about his team's performance, commending the players for their effort. They fought hard. He showed respect to DRC, noting their quality. He went on to say that the result for the other Group C match between Senegal and Central African Republic, which also ended in a 1-1 draw, confirmed his view that the group is a formidable one. He concluded by affirming the belief in Ghana's chances. The group is open and we will fight for qualification. You better fight like your life depends on it. Reigning champions Senegal will come all guns blazing and hoping to make amends for slipping up versus Central African Republic, and that is where probably we will have to be careful about. We have to be tactical. We have to play better. The passes have to be a bit more accurate. No rash challenges. And hopefully we learn from the very first game. Ghana's first game should have ended in 3 points. There's very little team cohesion is what I noticed. Some misplaced passes, but the chances were created. The finishing left much to be talked about, and it really is something we need to wake up immediately from. Or DESMOND OFFEI will know what is at stake. The group is open. Don't ask me why Ghana is at the bottom of the group. I don't think there's any signs or explanation to it. Probably cards are being used here because same scoreline, same points, everything. So it has to be with probably disciplinary issues. Ghana almost had a red card yesterday. It was a game in which we could have won, but it could have gone further south for us. We need to be careful. I saw flashes from Jerry Efrie, Abdulaziz Issa as well also was involved. There were some promising moments. Musbau got his goal. Aziz Musbau got his goal that equalized for Ghana. We should have done better. Holding on to the ball, not releasing the passes quickly. Complaints we've had about players, even in the senior national team, was annoying and really did hurt me to see all these things popping up. But not to be too harsh on these players. We have to understand that these are still young players. What is at stake is huge. Their development and all. They know that. The coach knows that better than anyone. And I hope that based on that knowledge, they are able to deliver in the next game. Ghana will take on Senegal on the 5th of May. That's on Monday at 6 p.m. once again. Ghana versus Senegal. It's sure to be an interesting encounter. We'll be following it closely. We're bringing you updates. We'll bring you highlights as well as and when we can do that. But clearly, we know what is at stake. 3 points will secure more or less qualification, because remember, two third best placed teams in the groups will be also eligible to qualify to the quarterfinal phase, and Ghana will be hoping that should it come down to it, will be better placed in terms of points. And I think 4 points should be enough to qualify you to the knockout phases, and then you struggle for yourself on that front. But it was a night in which I had a mixed bag of feelings. I really did. I hope that things change quickly. It has to be pretty quick, and we get the result we want in our next game versus Senegal. Nigeria themselves were in action just a couple of days ago, got all 3 points, 1-0 win. Host Egypt would want to recover from that setback versus Sierra Leone. It's going to be an interesting tournament, and there will be no pushovers. We have to make it count. Group C is wide open and for the taking. And that is how I end for today. Speaking to you about the Ghana under 20 side, Otto Addo's visit to Ernest Norma, and our chances in this tournament. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day.